So you got your A7 III and some lenses. So now you are ready for filmmaking. Finally, your hard saving will pay off. So what you gonna do about your camera setting? What? Nothing? Come on, there are so many things that you can do. So what you gonna film with? 1080, 4K, 24 FPS, 30 FPS, S-Log2, S-Log3, HLG? Hold on, listen to the gears. How's it going, people? Welcome back to another new episode of The Gears, and thank you for tuning in again. So usually I do Sony E-mount lens review, but today I'm going to talk about my camera setting of Sony A7 III for cinematography in 2020. So I talked about a bunch of lenses in this show, but I haven't talked about my camera setting of Sony A7 III, which is very important. Well, no matter how your lens is good, if your camera setting is not perfect for your purpose, you're not gonna get what you want. And sometimes I get asked a question like, okay, what picture profile do you use? What camera setting is that? Do you use LUT? I get it. We know the camera setting is very important, but when we start something new, we don't know anything about it. Same as camera setting of Sony A7 III. So if you haven't changed your camera setting of Sony A7 III, I think it's time to put your eyes on it. So I'll show you mine, so copy them and arrange in your way. Okay, from now I'm going to focus on three major points. First, basic setting, like autofocus setting or white balance setting. Second is custom button. You have a lot of things to do about that. Third is picture profile, S-Log2, S-Log3, HLG, Cine 4. I'll tell you later. Okay, first, basic setting. So I have two options of recording styles. First one is 4K and 24 FPS and 100 megabits. So this setting is the best I can do for cinematic videos. Well, 4K is highest resolution in Sony A7 III and 24 FPS is regular frame rate. And this 100 megabits is highest quality. So this is my standard video setting. And another option I have is 1080p and 120 FPS and 100 megabits. So this setting is for slow motion. When it's 120 FPS, it's gonna be 1080p automatically. And this 100 megabits, again, highest quality. So those are my two video setting options. Well, recently I do slow motion less, so 95% I use 4K, 24 FPS and 100 megabits in this setting. So moving to focus setting, there is a lot. So first, focus mode is continuous AF because I wanna make it focused all the time when I use autofocus. Right now, it's AFC right now. See? It's tracking my face, isn't it? And priority set in AFC is balanced emphasis. I didn't change this one. And about focus area, most of the time I use expand, flexible spot. Sometimes I use center, but I found this expand flexible spot works best for me. But when I do short film or B-roll, 95% I use manual focus. So either of them, expand flexible spot, center, or manual focus. But actually, I recommend center because it's standard. And AF drive speed is normal and AF track sensitivity is standard. You don't want to make it too fast or weird. But if you shoot sports, you may want to turn those up. So moving to white balance, most of the time I use auto white balance. But when I film some specific scenes like this, I use custom white balance, which is custom 1 magenta 0.25. So this custom white balance is kind of red, magenta, orange, but I have some specific lighting and shooting conditions right here. So this custom white balance works best for me. And I hate the color changing through scene. And it's much easier to color grade in post-production when the color doesn't change. So that's why I use custom white balance for specific scenes. But usually I use auto white balance. It's easy. So next one is custom button. Okay, so this word, button, this is killing a lot of foreigners, people who don't speak English as their first language. Button. Button. Is this right? Button. Come on. Make it easier. Okay, so custom button. There are so many things that you can do, so I wrote everything down right here because, you know, there are a bunch. Okay, first, C1, custom 1, I apply focus magnifier. So like I said, I use manual focus a lot, so this focus magnifier has to be in somewhere in custom button. To me, this focus magnifier in custom 1 is perfect. So in custom 2, I apply focus area. So I sometimes switch from expand flexible spot to center. So also this has to be somewhere I can reach fast. So this is in custom 2. And custom 3 is AF/MF control toggle. I think this is very standard to do. My friend also does this. It's very convenient, so I recommend that you apply this AF/MF control toggle somewhere in custom button. And custom 4 is picture profile. So I'm gonna talk about this later, but I use no picture profile for vlogging, but I use picture profile for cinematic videos. So I have to switch those two as fast as possible. So picture profile and custom 4 is my choice. And there are other custom button settings. Here it goes. Control wheel is ISO. Multi-select center button is focus standard. Center button is audio recording level. Left, drive mode. Right, focus peaking. Down, AF track sensitivity, which I don't use that much, so I think I'm going to change it. AEL button, IAF. And focus hold button is focus hold. Okay, this is pretty much it. Some of them are very useful and convenient, but there are some I don't use that much, so I think I'm going to customize them again. But right now, this is my current custom button setting. I hope it helps. So last one is picture profile, which is biggest issue when it comes to the camera setting of Sony A7III. Okay, I use only one picture profile, which is PP7 S-Log2. All time, every time S-Log2. So except vlog, 100% all time, every time I use S-Log2. When I do vlog, no picture profile. So when I first started using Sony A7III, I used to use Cine 4 and HLG. Back then, I hated S-Log2. It was difficult to color grade. You know, I didn't know about the right exposure and how to fix the image. But after I learned some of color grading, this S-Log2 just started to looking good for me. You know, it gives me wide dynamic range, and I think it's very good at shadow range, and it's perfect for my color grading style. You know, my color grading style, the shadow is very strong and the image is very contrasty, and I manipulate color of highlight, midtone, shadow, every range. So this S-Log2 just works best for me, works best for my color grading, for my, you know, workflow. So that's why I'm using S-Log2 right now. But today, I'm not gonna go deeper and deeper about S-Log2 because there are so many things that we have to cover. So I'm going to leave every single detail of my S-Log2 setting in the description below. So if you're interested in, just go check it out and copy what I do and arrange in your way. So I think it's a good idea to copy exactly what I do, exactly what other people do about the color. But important thing is try a lot and find your color, find your preference, find your genre. You know, picture profile changes depending on your genre, depending on what you want to do about the color. So try a lot and find your color. But personally, I recommend S-Log2. Okay, so that's it. The camera setting is very, very important because it's the uniqueness of camera itself and it affects the result that you're gonna get. So I introduced you guys a lot of lenses, right? But I gotta say, the camera setting changes a lot. So before you buy some fancy camera gears, why don't you reconsider about your camera setting? It might solve a problem. So find your way and find your camera setting and make your only one Sony A7III. I hope you have wonderful journey with your A7 III. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions about my camera setting, don't hesitate to leave the comment below. And if you have any requests for next gears, also leave the comment below. So today's topic is pretty much it, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this gear, show me your thumb and hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Fresh